of this thing. I hope y'all can see me. Um, anyway, I thought I'd go on a couple of minutes early. Can you hear me? Can you see me okay? Because it's my first time going live on YouTube on my phone. So I'm so excited about that. Whew, that's a very close picture. It's a very close picture. I have you on my other little phone too to be able to hopefully read the chat a little bit because in this position, I'm not sure. Hey, Viola. Hey, Viola Graham and F.R. Humphrey and Auntie's Backyard. And Barbara, I'm so glad to see you. Juicing with Jay. You're walking and Gigi's driving and Jersey Dolphins. I really enjoyed you being in that live last night when I was in there with Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming and Arizona. Hey, C. Thomas. Hey, Hedgehog. Hey, Lavender for Luck. Y'all, when I talked about this canner that I had gotten before, and we're going to go ahead and get started with that for everyone. Good morning, TT. There were a lot of questions. And I tell you what, I just love it. I mean, it's not for big jobs, not by any means. If you have a ton of things to can, this is not your canner. But for leftovers or something small or a canning a jar or two or four or five, then this is the one. So, y'all talk to each other for a second. I'm going to turn on my water. I have my water over here. You have to have hot water to go in it. So let's see how this thing works. This is the Carrie canner, and it cans. I'm not going to be able to look at the chat for just a second, so y'all bear with me. It pressure cans, water bath cans, steams, browns, and you can use it as a crock pot. So I'm crazy about it. The lid, let's see if we can do this. The lid opens like this. I have turned it. Oh, good. I just messed it up. I've turned it a little bit so that it will go on the counter. Let me put y'all down. Make sure I've got this lid on right. Of course, I would do that. It fits right in here. You know, leave it to me, right? There we go. Woo! That scared me a little bit. So it's open now. And you open it up. There is a dial at the top. This dial right here. And it says exhaust or airtight. So at first, you turn this thing on exhaust. And, oh, is Jewel in here? Hey, Jewel. Gosh. You see me messing up already. Lavender for Luck. Hey, sweetie. Sonia. Hickman. I'm so glad y'all are here. So you turn this little thing. It says exhaust, airtight, and exhaust. And it's super easy to move. So I'm going to put it on exhaust. Now, what we're canning today, y'all, are just jars of water because I didn't want to keep you for like 100 years trying to can some meat or anything like that because meats take, like, if you have quarts, it takes 90 minutes. Pints are 75, just to be sure that they're sealed properly so that you don't have any botulism and kill your family. All right, so we open it up. That's what the inside looks like. And it has measurements right here. And it has two different racks. Let me turn that water off just for a second. It has two different racks. For steam canning, you use this rack. Put that rack right in the bottom. Now, you can also use a second rack. If you have like the little baby jelly jars and you want to double stack it, Now that knob up there on the top is black, and that is for sea level, like 1,000 feet in that particular area. So it's already set for 10 pounds. You don't have to do it for yourself. This green knob that comes with it, you can switch the knobs if you're above the temperature to get 15 pounds of pressure. Sets it already for you. So we're not going to use these, but I wanted to show you that this is what comes in this canner. Let me check the chat real quick. I'll be driving but listening as much as I can. And let's see, we've got down here. Hey, J7409, Jewel Chesson is my buddy. And she has a weather channel. You need to check her out because she keeps us up to date and in the loop. Lavender for Luck, Hedgehog Homestead, C. Thomas, gosh, Tracy Jones, hey sweetie, TT's Urban Pantry, and I'm so glad y'all are talking to each other. Lady Cheryl, good. Okay, you're driving to the post office. You listen and be careful. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. That's what everybody says. And Mama of Kenny, hey Melissa, hey sweetie. Best yet, you're in here, my sweet friend. I hope you're feeling better. Best yet was a little under the weather yesterday and certainly said a bunch of prayers for her to be better and faster. All right, so let's get moving. I decided to just can water for this demonstration, which seems silly because I certainly don't have the ability to store canned water. I do have another water container I wanted to show you that I purchased to be able to save water, but just for demonstration purposes so that we can, hey, AZ Highland, just for demonstration purposes because I can do it for like 5 or 10 minutes. That's what I wanted. GT Junior grows in Alaska. Yay. Homestead in the Hood. Peace be unto everyone. She always says that. Makes me feel so warm inside when Homestead in the Hood comes on. That woman is a bundle of information. So let's get started. Every time I say that, I think about Lady Cheryl because that's what she says all the time. Let's get started. So I'm putting the 4 quarts in here. It'll only hold 4 quarts at a time or 5 pints at a time. So that's what it looks like, all spaced out, and it's on that little rack. Now we're going to put in 8 cups of warm water. They want it to be warm. So I'll show you the sink. I keep warming this water up in the faucet so y'all can see it. And I have a 4-cup measure. All right. And here we go. I pour it down in there, 4 cups of water. And now 4 more. Four more cups of water. Oh, I'm making a mess. Obviously, I'm trying to hurry and not doing it all that great. Okay, that's the hardest part, y'all, is putting the water in there. Now, close the lid, and it has a lock on it. Okay? And I'm going to show you. One thing I learned, though, is if you put it like right up against your cabinet, it steams so much out of here that it can warp your cabinet, so be real careful. All right, here's the exhaust. It's on exhaust. Now, I push the button. See if y'all can see this better. I push it on high, and then the time is going to be, let's do, we can do 5 minutes or 6 minutes. It's just water, and it's just for show. So I put it at 6 minutes. You'd put it, of course, at 75 or 90 or anything else that you want to pressure can the proper time. Do your research. Then you push the start button. It's going to roll around here until it's building the proper pressure, And then I'll show you when this goes around, it starts counting down and it says E1 through 10. And it starts counting down to 1. Now, that's when we have our big pressure canner. Thank you, Best Yet. I do appreciate everyone being here. We have our big, when we have our big, like Presto or All American or National canners, once it starts going and steaming and things, you let it do that for 10 minutes. That's what that E10 is all about. So, in the meantime, while that's doing its thing, let me check the chat again. Gosh, I'm so glad you're here, Lydia. Um, and AZ, Arizona Highland Homestead. Lavender for Luck. When I see your name in the comments, and I know everybody's just like that, it just makes my heart go poof. Last night, I had the honor at 10 o'clock at night, our time, to be on Sandy, suburban homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, and she had me on as a guest. We had just the best time. She's so sweet and calm. Oh, Best Yet, put the link up there. You're just the best. You're the brightest. We had a really good time. Sandy and I are very close to the same age, maybe 6 months a year apart. And she has, Jules says Anne looks like more like her mother every day. Love that lady. I do. Growing up, I looked like my dad, but the older I get, I look just like my mama, which is not a bad thing. But on Sandy's, she has a wealth of knowledge also. She's been gardening since she was a child, and my gardening as a child was to complain. All I did was pull weeds, which is why we have that weed cloth in our garden, because I can't stand to pull weeds. So I wanted to show you what I had done. I put up a little short. This is hamburger soup. And I made a great big pot of hamburger soup for our church crowd to have for Sunday dinner. And they didn't eat it all. So I had some leftovers. And it's got my good old home canned tomatoes in there and some beef that we bought at Layton's store. It's a little country store, and the hamburger just is amazingly wonderful. And so I didn't want to waste it, and it was too much to be able to save. So I stuck that leftover in some jars and plug this thing up to the wall, and all you have to do is turn it on, and you don't have to babysit it. It already has the pressure gauge and the timers, and it beeps at you. It's got those dummy sounds that go on. And so now we have 3 meals for Worth and I to be able to eat later on, and it's not getting wasted. It doesn't taste the same when you put it in the freezer. It does something to it, but it doesn't taste as fresh or as good. I don't know. But anyway, Best Yet Journey is my mod, and she is the best. Oh, gosh, yeah. Oh, good, you put Jules' link up there. I really should go and check out my friend, J7409. She is so knowledgeable. Now, Jewel has knowledge in all kinds of things. She used to be an EMT. We met at the radio station together as young kids. And so she used to be a radio announcer. She used to manage a radio station. She has traveled all over the country and gardened herself. Unfortunately, several years back, she was in a head-on collision and that destroyed many parts of her body. But she still walks and talks and does her thing. That girl is a fighter. She is a fighter and a half. And so she does well. But what she does now, she studied meteorology. And she has contacts with the weather station, the National Hurricane Center. She has friends from all over the world and all over the country that stay in contact with her and let her know what the deal is as far as what the weather is, what to combine. Let me tell you a story about Jewel. The doggone woman is a little stubborn. And she lives right on the water here in North Carolina, about an hour away from me. And she wouldn't leave her house. There was a hurricane coming. I wanted her to come here and bring her little kitty cat that she has. I wanted her and her kitty cat to come here because she struggles getting around a little bit. Well, she wasn't leaving her house. I mean, she keeps saying, Aunt, I know when to leave. I will go to a hotel if I need to leave. But that didn't satisfy me. Anyway, she was in contact with the weather station. Well, this hurricane came. The winds had changed that were a little unexpected, and the water began to rise. She lives like 30 feet from the waterfront. I mean, very, very close. And I love you too, Jewel. So she had life jackets and ropes to tie to herself in case the water came through the house that much. Now, she had a woman from the National Hurricane Center that was to call her and say, it's time to tie yourself up. So she had everything ready. Her nephew was there with her, thank goodness. But the water came so high and so fast, it broke through her front door. Water was gushing into her kitchen. And she was pushing with her cane, sweeping, and her nephew was bailing as hard as they could go. Man, it was very, very scary, to the point where they finally got the door closed. And they actually saved that house. I still fuss at her for that because I was worried, so worried about her. But, she's a tough gal. She and I are basically the same age. She's a couple of years older, but we're basically the same age. And she is one tough cookie. So if you can go and check out J7409, my friend Jewel, she does try to look out for us. And she does a weather video almost every single day. Sometimes she'll take Sundays off. But if there's a big storm or anything going on, then she still goes live and on those days. So I wanted to talk to you about water. Since we're canning water, and you see this little thing is still going around, so it's working up pressure as we're talking, working up its own pressure. It'll beep at us and tell us what to do in just a second. I bought one of these. It's called a water storage cube. And let's see. Yeah, way to be prepared, F.R. Humphrey says. Elena Jordan is here. Hey. And, thank you for subscribing, Elena. That's wonderful. And everybody's chatting with each other. That's just so cool. But I had so many questions about this canner. I thought what we would do is do it together. We could just try it out together and what the heck, can water, just so you could see what it's like. All right. So this cube that I bought, because we have jugs of water around that we have stored, but water is where the hole is in my prepping pantry. I'm not prepared as well as I should be. And I think some of that reason is because I do have those crazy water tablets that don't work worth a flip. But we have a creek in our backyard. So I know that we can flush the toilets and boil the water and so forth like that. But if there's a chemical spill or something that you can't do, we could still flush the toilets. But you don't want to bathe in that, anything like that. So I think that makes me a little more lackadaisical in getting my water stored up, honestly. And I need to get one of those great big water containers, these big white water containers that you put things in. So this is 5.3 gallons. And I think F.R. Humphrey just said, I've used water cubes for camping in the past. Okay, good. And Pooh Bear is here. Oh, that's good. She said she was going to be driving and listening and not talking except for at stop signs. So, good old G Mama Grows. Hey, how are you? G Mama, we were talking about the pies that I made yesterday, which, by the way, Worthdale loves those sweet potato pies. And one of them's already gone. Just cooked them yesterday. And she said, I said, this collaboration that we're doing is open to everyone. I mean, nobody is tagging each other, nobody's putting any pressure on anybody, but we wanted everyone to hashtag holiday, oh gosh, holiday, what the heck is it? And Dale, you are pitiful. Your brain is holiday pie collaboration 21. Because my poor senior brain. What's that? Miss Lady Cheryl says, charge it to my head and not my heart, because my head is wackadoo these days. So it comes like this, all folded in. You pull this little string out. I guess you have to loosen it. I better try it out, hadn't I? In case before I have to use it, I need to learn how to use it. Ugh. This thing is not easy to inflate. F.R. Humphrey, how do you do that? Bushy Prepper, hey, sweetie. I didn't think anybody would be in here today. I just announced it a little while ago, but I wanted to be able to show you how that canner goes. So, do you blow in it? I'm getting ready to blow up. Don't hurt myself. I'm about to hurt myself. Y'all, this thing's giving me a hard time. Okay, hang on just a second. With water to fill it. Anyway, it's a big cube. I still got a dent in there. A big cube like that you can fill it up. It will expand when you fill it. Of course it will. After I've made a fool of myself trying to blow this darn thing up, the water will expand it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to push it back down. Anyway, you get the point. And it has a little spout on it. It has a little spout that you can pour your water from. So I'm going to try to fold it back down, which I did incorrectly. Lord have mercy. Well, we'll just have to do this later because that thing's driving me nuts. Let me go. Put it over here. I'll get Worthdale take care of my light work. Oh, Sister Golden Hair is here. Hey, Sister Golden Hair and Jersey Dolphin and Barbara all came over to visit me from Jules' channel because we were working together for a long time and we still are, but gosh. Let's see, Grandma Gross says, I'm trying to control myself and make them last at least 2 days, but oh, I missed something. I'm sorry. GT! This Jen always calls him GT. So, we got the cannon that we're talking about. This thing's going to go in just a second, but we still have 10 minutes for it to do its thing, even after it warms itself up. So I wanted to show you a little bit of mail that I received because I like to shout out some channels. Hey, Garden State Gardener, how are you today? I'm so glad to see you. You be safe. I know he is on the road a lot and working a lot. That man, I hope that your situation does change like you said it would because, yeah, it's going to wear you down, honey. I mean, I'm in my 60s and I used to work those kind of hours sometimes and well, as mamas, we all work those hours, don't we? So, I won from the Weekend Garden Show when she had her, it was kind of silly, she had her 500 subscriber show, but she was already up to 700, so, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I'm thrilled for her. I'm just thrilled. So she wrote a little thank you note, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. Congratulations on your new seeds. Hope you enjoy them. Sam from the Weekend Garden Show, or as Broke says, the Weekend Garden Show. So these are melting sugar snow peas. And this precious girl even wrote on 8 to 12 days to germinate and 70 days to harvest. So, hey, Huga Homestead came in. I love saying your name. And when Garden State Gardener says it, he says it like a toga party. Huga. Oh, Cherokee purple tomatoes are going to try to grow some. Yeah, Jewel, we talked about those Cherokee purple tomatoes. I've never grown that kind before, and I'm really interested in that. Oh, it beeped. Do you hear the dummy beep? So now it says E10. So it's up to temperature, and it's going to start steaming, and this will count down to 0 just for us. You know, that 10 minutes that you're supposed to let it steam, you don't have to turn anything at all. And I'll show you what you do have to turn. It's going to beep at me 2 or 3 times if I don't pay any attention to it. So it's going to do its countdown, and we'll just hang out while it's doing it. This is the easiest thing I've ever seen. Even water bath canning, I mean, you have to kind of sit by it, but this you can go in the other room because it beeps at you when it changes. Interesting, Jewel. Sounds great. Yeah, those Cherokee purple tomatoes. Hooga! Which is funny because Hooga Homestead really stands for calmness and gentleness and enjoying the life. See, I've watched it. I've watched your channel to know that she explained that it's a lifestyle, and it's something that brings you peace. So this letter it's a gift that was shared to me. Let's see. Callie Homesteading Pooh Bear, can you send me your address? Oh, nope. I don't want to put anybody in timeout. Cancel. I'll catch that in a little bit. And Dale. Callie Homesteading with Pooh Bear, can you send me your address to my email, please? I have your bok choy. Oh, okay. I will do that. I've got you saved in my email from before. And Joe's such a great guy. Thanks for checking out the Who guy. Yeah, it stands for peace. So this is from Belle's Backyard Garden. Now, Belle and I are members of the G Tribe, and we chat on Instagram. Good day, Miss Ann, Jersey. Do you have to go? Is that why you're saying that? It's okay. You had me up late last night. Yeah, we did, and it's okay. And I mean, you know, it's still got 8 minutes. See, it says E8 before you, so I totally understand. So for your budding medicinal herb garden, she says. That was so sweet. And she sent me some mullein seeds because I am so interested in herbs now and making tinctures and, doing all these things because if by some chance, I mean, I do have a few health issues that I have to look after, and if I can't get to the drugstore, I need to be able to have some things growing in the backyard to make some tinctures, to make some teas. Lady Cheryl is an abundance of information and products. Best yet, would you put up Lady Cheryl's website for me, pretty please? I don't mean to make you work or anything, but she has a website where she has special. She sent some turmeric honey tea to me because I'm a mod on her channel and a member of her club, which is fabulous to be a member of her club. And I didn't find it until later, Lady Cheryl, but she sent a little package of this pain cream. I use that on my knee. I have arthritis in my knee. Oh, it's the best stuff. And then, believe it or not, even late last night, I have a little tooth issue going on. And I thought I was in some kind of crazy spasm tooth thing. And I thought, well, I'm going to try that stuff. What the heck, can't hurt it. And so I put it on my cheek and down because it was going all up into my ear and everything. Put it on my cheek and down my neck. That pain cream worked to soothe those muscles to get it so that it didn't hurt anymore. Jewel, you need some of Lady Cheryl's pain cream. You gave me some of yours that you had brought at the grocery store before, but man, that stuff is magic. I've got to order a big tub of it for the whole house. Thank you, Best Yet, for putting up Lady Cheryl's link, because she's getting ready to start selling her teas. Now, this is a Lady Cheryl's Organic Food Forest, that had some health issues as well. She's a cancer survivor. She fights off kidney disease and diabetes and high blood pressure. But from her own garden, she has reduced almost all of those things. Oh, the tooth trick, Beth Yet says, thank you for that tooth trick, Andy. Yeah, for the toothache, you put that pain cream, I put it on my face, and it eased it right up. I mean, I wouldn't put it inside because it has a medicinal smell, but on the outside, it stopped that spasm. But yeah, Julie, you need some of Lady Cheryl's pain cream. I will see about ordering us some. That's amazing, and the most natural remedy. She, from her garden, from eating or drinking okra juice, which slimy okra stuff sort of turns my stomach a little bit. But she said it's an acquired taste, okra water, and from the herbs and things that she has used. Let's see, Jersey Dolphin says, my sister gave me some mint oil for sore tooth years ago, and it made it worse. I was upset with her. Excuse me. I bet you were upset with her, Jersey. I don't blame you. Oh, gosh, I don't blame you a bit. Oh, man. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, check out Lady Cheryl's Organic Food Forest and her website, because she has some amazing products that she makes herself. She's gone through the scientific formulas of it. It's not like she just puts stuff in a jar and, and she has classes. And got a happy face after the cream. I did get a happy face. Because it wasn't happy before that cream, I can tell you. Natural's the best if you can. Didn't used to think of that way, unfortunately. Me either, which is why I want to increase all my herbs so that I can do these things at our home so that, we can have our own little medicine cabinet. So, one again, y'all. A one from T-Nog. Essential oils need carrier oils for safety. Yeah, Grandma Rose says. And she sent me a packet of purple apple trumpet, the trumpet seeds, Jamaican sorrel, and Egyptian spinach. And she numbered them 1, 2, 3. And so I have little packets of seeds, 1, 2, 3, which is great. And so I haven't grown any of these before. And in my garden, I want to be more adventuresome because we have stuck with just having what we know that we will eat. Hey, Food by Faith, glad to see you. Any recommendations for a great herbal remedy book? Anyone? Well, hopefully, yeah, they are nice little baggies. They probably could be used for other things also. I don't know about, let's see, where is it? Sister Golden Hair is asking for recommendations for, those bags. No matter how old we are, we all know what those bags could be used for, don't we? Sister Golden Hair is asking if anybody here has any recommendations for any kind of herb books to be able to know. And yes, when I was in my 20s, those bags were a hit. Truth be known, Jersey, me too. I mean, I am a 70s child. Peace, love, and happiness, and, all those kinds of things. So, luckily, we do grow out of those. See, okay, it's steaming. I don't know if you can see the steam, but it's steaming now. And I'm down to E1. So I'm down to the last minute. And it's steaming on the exhaust, showing you everything but what I'm supposed to be showing you. So it's steaming there. And as soon as it gives me the dummy beep where it hits 0, I better go get this canner for the price goes up. Yeah, okay, see, there's the beep. Now, I'm going to turn the gauge up top to airtight. Okay? I turn it to airtight. And once it recognizes that I have turned that gauge to airtight, it does its own stuff. That's all you got to do. Once it beeps at you, and for every 5 minutes, it beeps again if you're not there. Oh, it's 115. Best yet. You need to order that. I think I paid 158 or something for it. Hey, Drops. I didn't see you come in, Drops Family Garden. That man is prepared. He's almost as prepared, or maybe even more, than Lead Farmer. I'm glad to see you. Glad to see you. Callie Homestead and Pooh Bear. I have holy herbs from Arizona. Well, isn't that sweet? That's wonderful. Okay, so it's recognizing that it's been changed, it's blinking, and it's going to go into its timer. And I didn't set it for, a very short period of time because it's just water. And TT's Urban Pantry, I'm going to order it because I need another gadget. TT, you got the gadgets, honey. Woo, with your jelly maker and all your things. And so I lost my train of thought, of course. Anyway, I had some other things. My garden. I wanted to be more adventuresome and learn to plant other things. I was nervous about the food garden. And Jersey says, I wish I lived near some of y'all. I would eat good for sure. Yes, you would. We would make sure you ate. Although poor Jewel, bless her heart, she's had to change her diet a little bit. Jewel, if you watch Lady Cheryl, she will help you with your sugar stuff. I know what we need to grow together. I need to plant some because what I did for Jewel this last year, because she is disabled and can't carry things around, and so I gave her one of my little, my wife said, I made her fat, Jersey Dolphin says. Oh gosh, or two, Drop said that too, Jersey Dolphins. Well, yeah, we're not going to go there because I just don't want to go there. Anyway, as far as the garden and the herbs, I was really nervous. Last year was a learning year in the garden, and I just wasn't sure what to do. I was upset if something didn't work and things like that. Well, this fall, we just decided a no stress zone. I'm not stressing in the garden. I do the very best that I can. I listen to our community, and I try really, really hard to just trust the process. And we're not in a 7-year famine right this second. Maybe soon, but I can still go to the grocery store and get some food if I need to. So it's not like my children are going to starve if my collards don't work at this point. So no stress. And I see that the garden, oh, Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Hey, you bought the same canner. Oh gosh. Isn't it wonderful? It's just wonderful. And yeah, so you can't even re-hit the start button. It's building up its pressure in there, and then it's going to count down. Bland's Promised Land Ranch has some really awesome animals. They have some cows and some pigs, and you need to go check out Bland's. But as far as the no stress, so when it comes to herbs, I mean, I know that I can grow them and not stress about it, but I would like for them to be successful. And I don't know, I say I can't wait to use it. I'm telling Eric that I'm using it this week. Bland's, I'm canning water. But it's just for the demonstration. I have canned this. Now see, it's beeping because it's got enough pressure. And it's doing its thing. Airtight. Okay. There we go. See, it wouldn't let me hit start before when it has that steady beep. Okay. And it's going to time itself, and that's all it does. You just leave it there until it goes off. And let's see, Ann gave me a killer tomato plant, and it blowed around in the wind and the dirt and fell out, and it gave me the sweetest tomatoes for 4 months. Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Jewel and growing things. Jewel, we need to grow some stevia. A whole bunch of people are growing stevia now. And, I mean, that's all you have to do to it, y'all. It just turns itself off. So we're basically done. There's nothing but water in there, and it'll turn itself off in a minute. Isn't that great? But the stevia for your sweetener, it won't hurt your diabetes. So that's what we can do. Anyway, I just wanted to show you how simple it is to use this canner. And we've gone through the whole process. You just pour water in it and turn it on. That's about all it takes. And I really appreciate you guys coming in and spending some time. It does can meat drops. It does. In fact, I've got some hamburger soup here. You can do turkeys or chickens or beef. You can do anything that you can pressure can or water bath can. Because this water bath can's also, and yeah, it's a great canner. So water baths, pressure cans. I mean, I was just doing water for a demonstration because I didn't want to hold y'all 75 minutes. The name of the canner, Best Jet's put the link in there a couple of times, but it's a Carry, and I've got the box here. It's a Carry Smart Canner Cooker. Anyway, even I can work it. So, you guys, we've been on here for 45 minutes. I was thinking that it wouldn't take that long. Now, it does cut itself off, but the instructions say that you need to let it sit and depressurize itself for an hour. That is a pain if you've got a whole bunch of stuff. So if you have a whole bunch of stuff, you need to use a bigger canner. But for small jobs, leftovers, meat, anything that you have 4 quarts or less, then this is the baby for you. So you guys, I want you to, what's the quart? Well, let's see what it says on the box. It only holds 4 quarts, but it goes up inside to like 10 or 12. No. I'll have to read about that. I've got the book right here. Let's see what it says. No, blah, 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 blah. Don't y'all like hearing blah, 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 blah? Yeah. But the directions are really pretty easy. For slow cooking and browning and steaming, how to steam foods. Don't hit the start button a third time. Operating instructions for artichokes and asparagus, blah, blah, blah. All kinds of things for meat, food preservation, basic canning tips, water bath, and pressure canning. So that's the deal. Blah, blah, blah. What is it that from Count Dracula, the Hotel Transylvania? Dracula says, I do not say blah, blah, blah. But he does all the time. Clausen World, hey, we're just stepping out. We're just done. I just was showing how this canner worked. If you want to go back and check it out, it's so simple and easy. But you guys have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now. I love this phone thing, by the way, y'all.